Hi guys. Excuse me. I have been running around like crazy. I just actually came from the Warner Brothers lot. I went and did some ADR, which is where we loop over our dialogue, because there may have been like a noise in the background or, you know. So, hi. Um, Are you guys excited to be, sorry, I'm just adjusting this. Are you guys excited? The show's back. Oh my gosh, it's been a long wait. Um, so I saw some of your questions, and I'm going to answer them. Firstly, there's a big commotion about why the show's taking a big hiatus and why we're only back for 3 episodes in January. And is the show being cancelled? And the show's not being cancelled. We have an amazing audience, we have really good numbers, and we have 22 episodes, which was ordered by Fox. The reason we are taking a hiatus, which was sort of planned for the season, is we literally don't have enough time to finish all our episodes in post-production, which means music and color and editing and getting it ready for you guys to see, because we shoot and we air at the same time. So there's that reason. And also, Fox has a bunch of new shows that they have to premiere, so they would literally have to add a new day to the week in order to get their new programming out, to see, what shows are going to be hits or not, and to maintain the schedule for the shows that they currently have. So don't worry, the show's not being cancelled. This was the plan all along. I know it's a long wait till May, but you have 3 awesome episodes in January, and the rest of the season is so good and so worth the wait. So don't worry about that. Now, before I get to your questions, I also wanted to tell you about this T-shirt that I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see it. It has an amazing Baha'i quote on it called, that says, "Where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time." It's one of my favorite Baha'i quotes. This T-shirt is available to purchase, and the 100% of the proceeds go towards my friend's foundation, Justin Baldoni, who you might know from Jane the Virgin, to his foundation, which will support a carnival that he runs every year called the Skid Row Carnival of Love. Now, what Justin does every year, which is amazing, is he uses his birthday every year to go and set up this carnival for the residents of Skid Row. People who are homeless, who have no family, who are on the streets, and he gives them a day off from their lives. And it comes together with people from all walks of life, all walks of religions, different races, and it's literally us as a community showing these people that we care and we love them. And I'm going to be there this year, hopefully. I wasn't able to be there last year because I was filming on Lucifer. But what I try and do every year is I focus a lot on women. So I put together little sanitary packs that has soap and tampons and pads and just things that women and young girls on the streets might need. Because if you think about it, what do you do when you're homeless and you need those things? So I posted a link to on my Facebook page, which you can look at after we finish the live feed, and you can purchase the T-shirt. It's $25. 100% goes towards this carnival where we're gonna go and help people there. There's rock climbing walls for kids. There's food. There's a bunch of clothes donated. There's a foot washing station. There's animal grooming for their homeless, because a lot of homeless people have pets who also need care. So it's an amazing event. And if you are in Los Angeles and you want to come and participate, you're welcome to do that too. The event is on not next weekend, which is not this weekend coming up, which is the following weekend. I think it's the 27th of January or 28th. Just double check that. But it's an amazing event, and this t-shirt is pretty cool. So where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time. I think that's particularly in this time in the world, it's always it's a good quote to remember. Now, to the important stuff. Questions for me about Maze and the show. I'm looking at some of the questions I got, and one of them was, what is my favorite part of playing Maze? Where do I start? She's such a cool female character. You know, when I first auditioned for the show and I was looking at the comic books for reference, I was really excited about playing this like really strong female, you know, character who had this amazing relationship with the devil, but had her own history with her mother, and you know, was a leader of an army. And I was really excited about getting a chance to kind of dive into, you know, what makes her tick. But one of the things I love about playing this character on the show is I'm one of the characters who gets to interact with almost every cast member, which is pretty cool. I have a history with the only one that we haven't really truly fully explored, and I hope that we get to do this, is Maze and Ella. I mean, we had a little bit of interaction when they first met in episode 4 of this season, but she has a history with each individual cast member, you know, and the writers have been very smart about growing those relationships. So that's one of my favorite things about playing her. Excuse me. Another question was, what are in the bottles on set? You know, when Lucifer and I are pouring drinks. It's just colored water, or sometimes tea. But for the most part, it's colored water. It's colored with sort of a brown liquid. Gross, huh? Will there be more Trixie, Maze, and Lucifer scenes? Absolutely. There's some really good ones. There's one in particular coming up in episode, I think it's 218. Really good. So look out for that. And then, oh, I'm looking at all your questions. I can see. What's your favorite outfit when I play Maze? I don't really have, I mean, there's so many favorites, but I do work very closely with our costume designer. For me, when I'm sort of delving into the life of a character, I go into all areas, and for Maze, her outward appearance and her point of view on the world, she expresses through her wardrobe. And she sort of has this, like, you know, badass, but also I really don't give a fuck sort of attitude. So what we tried to do, particularly this season, is in the first season there was still a very sort of heavy otherworldly kind of feel to her, like with the corsets and you know, season 2 she's been on Earth longer and she has a job, she's a bounty hunter, so it wouldn't be practical for her to be chasing down guys in like 4-inch heels. So we added some cool boots and you know, and some denim and different jackets. So we try, and Shanna, our costume designer, and I, we sort of try and look at different episodes and then choose pieces that that work for that storyline. One thing I was really excited about this season is that we got to get the t-shirt from the comic book in, which is normal consciousness will now be resumed, which is straight from the comic book. The white t-shirt you saw Maze wearing, where she sees Dan and Mom kissing for the first time. So that was something that I really wanted to bring in, and I was very grateful the writers and our showrunners were on board with that. Where is my accent from? I'm a little sick, as you can hear, but I'm South African, and I also lived in New Zealand for 12 years, so I've got a bit of a hybrid South African Kiwi accent. Yeah. Oh, another question I saw was, what kind of training did I do for the show? Um, we work with a really awesome stunt team in Vancouver, and initially when we first started the show in season 1, I trained with Diana Lee Inasanto and Ron Balicki, who are amazing martial arts gurus. Diana is actually the goddaughter of Bruce Lee. It's pretty cool. And she's a tough chick. So I learned from the best. And, we gave sort of Amenadiel a fighting style and Lucifer a fighting style. And then Maze had hers, which was a little bit more brute, which suits the character. So usually we look at, a fight will be designed. And then and I will come in and I'll learn the fight. But what's cool is they allow me to come in and sort of tailor things that they look at what my ability is, and they tailor fights to make me look good, basically, which is awesome. Jill, was I in Spartacus? Yes, I was in Spartacus. I was the original Navia in season 1, and I was also in Gods of the Arena. Okay, I'm looking at your questions. Where in South Africa was I born? I was born in Cape Town, the mother city, the best city. Yeah, ek is 'n Kaapstadse meisie. The eyebrow scar, is that for the show? Yes and no. It's my eyebrow scar, as you can see. And I got that when I was like 15 years old. My little brother was playing with a mug and he threw it and it hit me in the face. For some characters I covered it up. For Navia and Spartacus, for example, we covered it up. For Maze, I really wanted to keep it because her demon face is on her left side anyway. And I thought it just gave her like a cool edge, so it's all me. Will the cast go back to hell in an episode of Lucifer this season? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, thank you. And then I read lots of questions about how my pregnancy is going. It's going really well. So, nothing's changed. It's not going to be written into the show. It's important for me to keep Maze as Maze, so we're just going to find really fun, tricky ways to shoot me as I get bigger, but for now, you can barely tell I'm pregnant. In fact, I think in episode 12 I am pregnant, so you don't know in the show, which is next week's, and in this episode about to air tonight. So yeah. Are you happy about getting another season? Listen, we don't know if we have another season yet. It's really up to you guys. So you, the fans, you help keep us on the air. And so we need you guys to tune in every Monday when the show airs, and to tell your friends, and to give us a really good premiere night tonight and for the next 3 weeks, and then to give us a strong comeback when we come back in May. We do very well for the network. We often outdo our lead-in show, which is Gotham. But I love the guys on Gotham. I did an episode there. So so it's really up to you guys. Keep watching. Tell your friends, your family. Make them, tie them down to the TV and make them watch. If there isn't another reason, Michelle, we'll see. Why is your accent so you guys are so funny. Sorry, I'm going through these questions now to see is it hard keeping the secrets from the show before it airs? No. No one can make me say anything I don't want to say, guys. Like, Maze lives inside of me, so that's not hard at all. Um, will Maze continue to strengthen her relationship with Trixie and Dr. Linda? Absolutely. These are two of her favorite human beings, you know, so those relationships, I think, have really shown very different sides of a character that could easily be one note, you know, could just be a tough girl or a badass. So those relationships are definitely being explored more, yes. Was Maze's real face a shock to you? No, it wasn't. I think that's kind of the thing that made her really cool. It's all CGI when you see the half face, so when we initially did a test for it, we did prosthetic makeup, but it's a faster process, and I think they can be a little bit more specific CGIing it. But if you've read the comic books, you'll know that, like, to the core of her, that's where Maze feels her most beautiful, is when she's a demon, when she's in her full demon face. Okay, so I'm just scrolling down for some more questions. Hello from Brazil. Hi, guys. What was my favorite scene to shoot? This season so far, I mean, I loved my stuff in episode 7 with Dr. Linda. I just really love that storyline, and I love working with Rachel, of course. And then I have some really funny stuff actually coming up, which is awesome. Some really great stuff with Lauren, with Chloe, Maze and Chloe. So look out for that. One of the cool things I can tell you this season is, you know, Maze is bisexual. She kind of swings wherever the wind blows and whatever she feels in the moment. So we do get to see a little bit of her bisexuality this season, which is awesome and great. It's one of the things I loved about the character, and, you know, me, I'm a huge supporter of LGBTQ rights. So I love that I get to play a character that, you know, is bi. It's awesome. Will Maze and Dan get together? No, that's my husband trying to tiptoe in the background. Maze and Dan will definitely have their moments, as you will see in tonight's episode. They have a very funny and unique relationship. But as far as romantically, no, she's gonna bust his balls for sure, which is what she does best, right? Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Just looking at these questions. Is there any trait you feel you have in common with Maze? I do. I have a lot in common with her. I'm fiercely protective of people that I love and people that I care about, be it strangers, causes, or my family, of course, and my friends. So loyalty is a trait I share with her, and protectiveness for sure. It's one of my favorite things about Maze, actually. Who is the funniest actor on the show? On screen, they're all hilarious. I mean, I'd say Rachel and Lauren are pretty funny on and off. Lauren especially. Lauren, like, once they yell cut, the things that will come out of Lauren's mouth, let me tell you, you need to rinse that out with some holy water. Let me looking. How do you feel about a crossover with other DC shows? I don't know about that? You know, Lucifer's a kind of a comic book that stands on its own. You know, it's very unique, and also from a timing perspective, Gotham is set, you know, in the past when Bruce Wayne was younger. Lucifer is set, you know, today. I mean, we bring up relevant issues and topics, and you know, it's modern day LA. So I don't know about that. And also, you know, we're very unique. Like, you know, Arrow's a very action, you know, straight comic book, like, you know, sort of type show, and we're not really. We're a little bit of, we have these comic book characters that are awesome, and then we have a lot of humor, and then we have a little procedural kind of aspect to it, but then we have lots of drama, and then we have some action, so we don't really fit into a box necessarily. So I think we're like a standalone sort of show in that respect. Will we meet Maze's mother? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure. That's a question for Joe Henderson and LD, our showrunners, actually. Above my pay grade. No, my pregnancy's not being written into the show at all, and I didn't want it to be. So we will keep Maze as is, which I like. Let's see. Oh, hello from Canada. If you had to choose two cast members to be with you on a deserted island, who would it be and why? Ooh, good question. I'd say I choose Lauren for entertainment, pure entertainment value. I mean, I think she'd really be pretty useless at survival skills. You know what I mean? I love you, Lauren, but I don't see you scaling a coconut tree to feed us anytime soon. So, but she'll make me laugh, you know. She'll take my mind off the hunger and the dehydration and the missing of the family. So her. And then probably Kevin Alejandro for the other reason, because Kevin is a Texas boy and he knows how to build shit, you know. So he's like, you know, good with his hands, and yeah. So I think Lauren and Kevin, Dan and Chloe. Yeah. Looking at all these questions. Hello from Germany. Whoa. And the Philippines. Hi, guys. Wow. Hello from Canberra, Australia. Good day, Tim McDonald. How you doing, mate? What other accents do I do besides American? I know a lot of people didn't think that I was foreign, which is so funny. In fact, funny story, when I did the pilot, so I went into my audition for Len Weissman, who's our executive director, and our producers, and I went in fully American. I, you know, had conversations with them. You know, it was just easier for me not to break my accent. And Len did not know that that I was South African until I got on set, and we wrapped, and I started speaking to him, and he's like, "You're not from me," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I just kept it, you know, because it was easier for my brain not to switch." So that was pretty funny. But yes, if you watch Spartacus, is I mean, I've always been good with accents, so it's kind of my thing. I can do a British accent, yes. Trying to look through all these questions, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm just going through all of these. Will Maze betray Lucifer and Chloe? You know what? You always have to remember about Maze and Lucifer is, even when you think she's betraying him, there's always a reason. It's your birthday, Jasmine. Happy birthday. Hope you have an awesome day. How did I, oh, this is a good question. How did I react when I got the part? Well, I have a funny story. So originally there was someone else that was cast as Maze. I tested for the role and I had other opportunities. And then it didn't work out with the other actress. And about 2 weeks after I had tested, I got a call saying that they want you to do the show. And I was so happy, you know. When you're a foreigner and you come to the States and this is your dream, and you know, I was really thrilled. I was very excited. But the happiest day was when our show picked up the series. And I was walking down the street to my coffee shop, and I got the call, and I was going to get I had to get out of the house because I was just so anxious, and my husband was with me, and on my way to get coffee, to get a hot chocolate, I got the call that the show had been picked up to series, and I think I fell down, like, onto my knees on the street, and it was like, yes, yes. Yeah, I was very excited. It's pretty awesome, you know. Alright, oh, there's so many questions coming in. Sorry. I'm trying to scroll through them all here. Hello from Essex, UK. Thanks, Dan Crane. Will God show up? Maybe, but it won't be in the form that you think. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. So I'm saying, like, you know, we have these 3 episodes, and then the back half of our show is like insane. It's so good. It's so good. Will Maze reveal her true self to Chloe? I don't know. You know, I mean, Linda knows about Maze and Lucifer. It's sort of an interesting question because, you know, we live together, and how do we keep those kind of secrets from our roommates, you know? So I don't know. That's a writer's question as well. But I think there's something, I think we're going to discover things about, somehow, you know, things about Chloe that she's connected to our other worldly characters in a super sort of natural type way, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go. I just have to do a couple of things before I have to tweet with you guys on the East Coast, you know. But thank you so much for joining me. It's always so much fun to talk to you guys live, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget about the t-shirt. If you missed it in the beginning of my feed, this t-shirt, 100% of the proceeds from this t-shirt go towards an amazing cause that I'm participating in. It's got an awesome Baha'i quote: where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time. It's $25. I posted a link on my Facebook where you can purchase it. And 100% of the proceeds are going to go to feeding the homeless of Skid Row. So it's a worthy cause. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys, as always, for watching the show. We love making the show for you. You're the best fans ever. And enjoy tonight. Maze gets to be an air hostess. One-way ticket to hell. Yeah, enjoy the show, guys. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.